Frogg right now at University. Yeah, on an Eagle Sunday. They play later on at night. I'm about to whip the Dolphins' ass. But I'm here because I was invited to speak at the empowerment, stopping violence engagement that I couldn't deny. So I'm about to hit them with another message about getting these kids straight, getting your mind straight. Don't give up, and just keep it moving. And how they can connect with Fullywood 7, just another organization in the city, to go ahead and play our part to help the violence just simmer down a little bit. If not simmer, we're trying to end this thing. So right now, we're here with the empowerment, stop the violence synopsis, Fullywood 7 Frogg. I'm gonna tell y'all how it go. Once we leave, talk to y'all later. Peace. See you.
Come on up, Shawn. Give him a round of applause, y'all. Make him feel welcome. You gotta speak to what's left.
It's all good. It's all good. It's kind of like a blessing because I normally speak don't have thousands or hundreds, depending on the school or what I'm doing. Thanks for having me. God bless everybody. Appreciate Tone, wife, empowerment synopsis. I know it's not full, but keep doing what y'all doing. It's going to eventually get there. My name is Shawn Frogg Banks. I have an organization that's called Fullywood 7. Fullywood 7 is an organization where I go inside the schools, the community, and the prisons, and we teach the kids not just to put down gun violence. I really teach them conflict resolution, gang prevention, anger management. I just got a call from Chief Bethel and Chief Johnson. And I just trained all the school safety officers in the whole district of Philadelphia on gang violence. How do I know so much? I come from a gang before I changed my life. And I went to Hollywood, I did a couple TV shows, videos, movies. My cousin was in a group called As Yet, so we used to live with Babyface in the 90s. Me still being in the streets, coming from selling syrup from Jefferson Street. Now I'm in LA with all the entertainers. Come back home for a circle. The only way I could repay God is I grew up, God and grandmother taught Jesus in my life. Even though I went astray, I still had that foundation. So the way I said, the only way I could repay you is to come back and clean the streets of Philadelphia. So by me doing that, I love what everybody doing in here. It's so much of a blessing. And right now, I was at Penn University a couple years ago, and I was talking to a couple people at Johns Hopkins University. And it was funny, they wanted to pick the mind of a former drug dealer. So I'm sitting in the middle of all these future criminal defense lawyers, prosecutors, everybody. So I said, I'm gonna go ahead and do this, knowing that it's more crime, money and crime on the other side, not for us, just like the sister was saying. So by me doing this and going inside the schools and going in the streets and being in the music business, and I'm gonna get back into that, I decided not to put my hands on any of this negative music no more. Even though I could lose money, I decided not to take that because it is influencing our kids. 2, I'm sitting talking to 10, 11, 12, 13 before I get up to the prison with my programs. Now when I go to the schools, after the kids leave English, math, science, whatever their curriculums, 9 out of 10 I got all the young guys with the ankle bracelets. I got all the young ladies just wild. So I said, get my kids, we got them. Nobody want to deal with them. But I let these kids know, you're going to get this diploma. So we talk about everything from the streets, everything from the shootings. I get kids saying, Mr. Frogg, don't say nothing. I got my Johnny outside and my gun in the trunk. So imagine that position. I'm teaching. They don't trust nobody in the school, but they trust me enough to let him know he rode to school with a stolen car. And he got a gun in the trunk. So here I go. Knowing that these teachers, some of them don't know how to teach our kids. They wasn't taught for that. But I tell my kids, that teacher ain't here to like you. So if she teaching math, English, you sit there and you be attentive as much as possible. If you can't understand what she's saying, pull it to the side. But don't go with your homie that's getting ready to cut class. You smoking weed right outside, a skill that you could be picking up of. So I show them love first before I yell at them, because they already getting that from home. They're already getting everybody talking down to them. So now I'm getting the future killers, the manipulators, the kids that scared, all sitting in front of me. Half of them traumatized. He done seen his friend head blew off. Nobody ever helped him. They just said, go to class. She just got almost raped by her 2 boyfriends. Nobody ain't help her. Just go to class. So me coming in, forget about all this funding in this city, because that's another story. I don't deal with half of these organizations that's putting our kids is not really helping them. Right. So I decided not to even be a part of them for photo ops, to get on the news. I can name names. I'm not part of none of that nonsense because God sees everything. So at the end of the day, basically what I'm saying, y'all, our kids are traumatized. Yeah. It ain't a such thing of a bad kid as learned behavior. Even if my third cousin, and I was selling these big time drugs, wearing this jewelry, and he a little boy, not looking at, he looking at everything that I do. Fast forward years later, cousin gets shot, get paralyzed. He just passed away a couple years ago. First thing he told me in the hospital before he passed, yeah, man, because you had the Jaguar, you had no chains. I'm like, oh, shit. Now he's sitting in the bed, paralyzed. I'm like, I really influenced him in a way I didn't even know what I was doing. So I felt guilt. He getting bed sores now, his hands swelling up. He not talking like he used to talk to. I said, God, forget about all these entertainers I'm around. Forget about what I'm doing. Let me keep connecting with these kids somehow. He passed away, so I said, I got to keep going. I lost probably, and I'm not going to exaggerate, probably went over 150 funerals since I've been doing this thing. And these are kids that was close to me. I'm, Mr. Frogg, we going to the Sixers game? Mr. Frogg, we going to the studio? I got him on my program. I did all the Stop the Violence marches. I helped temper with the gun laws. I done marched with Bill Cosby. I could name all the stuff I done over the years. That don't mean nothing if we're not going to change these people. But one thing I learned too, I started raising my youngest son different from my oldest son. I had to go back. I was raising my oldest son with the drug dealer mindset. I'm going to just bring this bread home. Not thinking that I'm not emotionally connected with the mom or the kids. Living in King of Prussia, living a good life. Fast forward, my son gets 16. We had a heart-to-heart. Fuck you, Dad, you left me. I said, let it all out, man. I understand what you're saying. I had a youngest son. I know he probably was jealous. I know what his mom probably was telling him. None of that meant. I felt like, let me go get my boy. I let him vent, let him do everything, and I listened as a dad, because half of this stuff is not all he was right. Kids learn, and they look, and they the one had to live through this. So I said, okay, but now we're going to be better. I'm there for you, the grandkids. Now I got my youngest son. This is last year in high school. He lost 3 friends already to gun violence. Now think that on the other side of me, banning the game, doing these programs, now my youngest son don't know nothing about the drugs, never touched a gun, already raised him as a single dad. I said, we're going to do this, Jill. One day he come to me, Dad, I'm mad. Everybody around me keep dying. I ain't worrying about them. F them. I'm like, no, you angry. I said, that's cool. But this is life. This is why I'm here for you to make the decisions you make. So I had to sacrifice basically what I'm saying. When I see all these black men in here and these kids and these women, we sacrifice just to keep the ones safe that's here right now. So I drive my son to school every day. Yeah, he know how to drive now. Make sure he there. If he ain't at soccer practice, basketball, he back home. Ain't no hanging out with the boys with all the black on, with the masks. We got them in class. But now I had to tell my son, I love you, you making it. Because even though this big war is going on in the we got our own war right here with our kids. And I'm not going to forget about that. I pray for Israel, I pray for Palestine, I pray for Ukraine. I'm losing kids in this city every day, and ain't nobody helping me with this trauma besides the other programs. So y'all know what I'm saying. We going through eternal war. When we leave the house, and my son leave the house, is he going to make it home as another black boy in this city? So I am traumatized a little bit, even though I pray, you still wait for him to come through that door. And we know, and I tell them, out of 1 every 4 kids, we losing y'all. So this is where I give them real stuff in these schools. I talk to them. I give them other programs that trade off. Don't steal the car. What you want to do? Don't think about money. What you want to do, young? Make it your passion. Then money going to follow you. Don't pick what your mom wants you to do. Don't pick what your dad wants you to do. This is what I tell my son, because eventually, if we push it on to him, it's going to regret it anyway at the end. So let them be who they want to be, as long as it's positive, and we support them. This is a different technology age, so I have a program with technology. If your son or kid in 11th and 12th grade, they have a technology program downtown, and then they transform into a work field. All these kids, 9 out of 10, want to be YouTubers or technology. So I teamed up with something that's beneficial for them, realistic for them, because right now we live in a gamer age. I'm spending a lot of money on games just to keep my son up in that room. Even though he gotta go out, Dad, can you cash at me? I need this to be online. It's their world right now. But I don't disconnect him all the way, but I also tell him, time to go to practice, get off that game. Time to study, get off that game. Take the dog, clean the dog up, take the trash out, clean the poop up. I'm old school with him. Even though he live with me, go check on your mom. Open the door for your grandma. And you better say, yes ma'am, yes sir, you gonna have it with me. Now he coming off as a better you, because now when I put the time in, I see how I can work every day. We pray together, I got his back, we talk man talk, I listen to him. That's all these boys need out here. It ain't even about no money. So when I see our young guys coming around and they hugging me, thanks Mr. Frogg, whether he's from Uptown, New York, the Bronx, I love touching people. I love changing them. I don't like any doors like hugging these moms that gotta go see their kid face blow off by a shotgun and you can't even identify your baby. She traumatized for life. Now I gotta get his brother, because now his brother wanna kill a whole other block. And now the jail sending messages telling his brother what to do. This how I think I go inside the prisons. When my mom said, why you doing this work, going out 4 in the morning, knowing 2 games getting ready to rumble, I'm in the middle of a war from 8th and Diamond when them 3 guys got killed in the basketball court, knowing that the 4th and Diamond guys probably did it. They've been warned for years.
That's last month, 2 months ago.
Exactly. So I'm sitting with them quietly. But now they got a whole nother gang of kids where they selling fentanyl, K&A, and tranquilizers. Horse trank was eating people's skins, and now the temple is amputating people because of the drugs they using now. I'm deep, really involved with this every day. With some of the phones I won't pick up because I don't get involved with the war. Every war not mine. I got a family to raise. But I tell some of these programs, you ain't touching these young bucks. Now I know what the sister have, I know what y'all have. We're going to do something to keep everything going. And I got them because they probably want to go, but these kids are scared to sit in front of people that's letting them down. Or they don't have something beneficial, long-lasting, that's going to keep them out the street. I found acting, I found hustling, promoting shows, I found the TV, I found another passion instead of selling bricks and serving guns. And then when I made my first $35 doing a play, that was more than me selling a brick for $20,000. I'm like, I'm getting paid for people to watch me, and they clapping. And I feel good about what I'm reading. God, you good. And I'm off the street. So I know everybody can change because I'm a perfect example, but I had to dig deep in the transformation, look in the mirror, and tell myself when I was fucking up as a man. And how can I shake this off? My generation jinx of drunks, drug dealers, shooters. I got 3 young nephews, cousins, that's incarcerated all over under 22 now for murder. All their moms, that was their only sons. My last aunt was in this generation, 89, those her grandbabies. So now they gotta watch my cousin that just got buried from FaceTime on the phone to go to a funeral. His whole life gone, 3 of them. I try to talk to him, I try to save him, but at the end of the day, it was their decision. So I know I'm in this business, I'm gonna lose some. I know we're gonna save a lot, but we fighting, y'all. Y'all still here, y'all came here together. And like I said, that's clap for y'all. This is my passion, even though I do films, about to release a film on ESPN with Stephen A. Smith. I'm about to do another film about what's called The Block, about all this trauma that we're going through in different cities around this country. I still have a documentary that's online. It's called Close to Death. I did it years ago, but the picture I painted, it's happening right now. And I told all the people at the city hall, this is going to happen, this is going to happen, this is going to happen. And I understand we got mayors in the voting coming up, but don't it seem like every time we get a mayor in, we still losing kids? So it's money in death, it's money in the prisons. Bob Barkley was the #1 person, the man to say, come on down, the price is right. When I was laying my head in jail, he had Barkley Industries, the toothpaste, the shoes, the shower surgery, underwear. And now what the sister just said, I got a business partner that's invested in private prisons. I won't do it. This is something I can't put my money in.
And don't Reagan run the phone system, right?
They run all that, T-Mobile. Even when you go, just like we have a bank, If you got a person that's incarcerated and you send them commissary money, just like the bank make interest off our money in here, they make interest off your loved one before they get that money. Everything is $1 of money. And these black guys, majority, 80% of the prisons, you don't do this. Well, who them teachers gonna tell them young boys that's big like this, they got a gun, they got 100 shots outside? What you gonna tell him? But they don't know. I know. The teacher messing with Craig. She writing everything down. It's a paper trail. Oh, he don't listen. He won't fail. He don't go to school. So the time he catch case, the judge looking, oh, you been bad at it since 6th grade. Put him away, man. Let's get this money. And now your mom want to fight for your son, knowing your son was out there. Don't come fight for him now. She been fighting for him in the street. But I see these moms partying with him, letting the young boy bring 30 other young boys in the house. So now the parents is friends. This is what we lose and connect that. You know, forget about getting to the program. I'm going to get my son before he even think about getting in the program. But these fathers are so tainted and traumatized, they don't even know how to come home and help their kids. Or the sister don't know how to let go old problems. Just come get your baby. It ain't about us. Now the baby done grew up with trauma. And the first pain they want to do, put a gun in his hand, put this fake weed in his mouth, put these fake pills in his hand. He don't like his dad. He mad at everything. What you think? He gonna kill everything outside that's moving. This is what we going through, y'all. So long as we know that people and organizations like everybody in here really care about our kids, it's gonna work. But no, it's gonna be a struggle. No, everybody will like what you do. No, we might gonna have missing seats because some of these kids are already missing in their mind. They not even sitting at home. Going up home, throw their book bag, putting in the mask on, or where my ops at. That's all they worried about. But can you blame them if 15 people done got shot in front of me and you telling me it's safe out here and you got a program? Put your mindset in what they going through. This I did. I go look in their eyes sometime and don't be one of them always, well, you shouldn't be doing that. We ain't had no cell phones growing up. We couldn't reach our friends by a click of a button. We can't let our emotions out because we mad and the world can see it right there. It's a different ball game, so know how to connect and you stay connected. So this is where I'm at. So some things I get private funding. I don't worry about certain situations stopping me because I know I'm in it to go ahead and change your mindset. So, you know, other than me just shooting movies, going around, documentaries, producing music, and that's another thing I did want to tap into. You know, I got a lot of producers that's out there that's doing good right now, but as far as me, put my hands on this drill music, that blood music, and you getting other young guys threatening people, and it's a nice beat. Next thing you know, you ride in the car. Yo, why they letting them play this music? It was designed. And if the pop not home, and the uncle not home, and whoever's saying this on that song, that's what the young buck listening to right now. And he getting high, so now I'm gonna go finish this act up. So, a long story short, my name's Frogg. My organization is called Phillywood 7. I named the number 7 because it's the number of completion. We try to complete each young student and each person with their mindset, then their skill, so they can come out here and be a better citizen in society. So just tap into it. You got a cousin, a loved one that's lost, anybody that's lost, just tap into them. My organization is Phillywood 7. It's on Instagram, Frogg 7. That's a personal page. You can tap into me if y'all want me to come train an organization, talk to young guys. We got a boxing gym where we let some kids that release anger. We teach them how to shoot films, technology, all other programs. But first, I get their minds right. Because I sent some kids to the programs. They went to the programs, and after the program, they killed somebody. Let me keep it real. So I'm going to go to the program, I'm going to still get that money. So I do this real all around the board, and our people, what we don't like to face is our own past trauma. I don't want to broke that link in my family, but people was hanging up on the phone with me at first. I had to tell Mom, I seen everything you did. The aunts, the cousins, the uncles, they were shocked. And y'all ain't talked to me about it? That's why I grew up like the way I grew up. Click. Yeah, heard it, didn't it? But I forgive y'all, I love you, and I ain't gonna be like y'all, we gonna be better. So that's how I broke the jinx of the family, because my grandmother, the only one, told me, I'm not accepting your drug money, but I know you're gonna be somebody. So that's the only person that keep me moving. And then when she transitioned in 07, I still got her voice in my head. the moves I make. Oh, my grandma wasn't gonna have that. Picture up on my wall, everything. This the lady that believed in me. So once you show someone you believe in them, let the trauma go. We all got trauma, and we all got habits. I knew my habits was women and gambling. Until I tainted and looked in the mirror, let me stop being a manipulator and getting what I want and do the right thing. That's how I became a real man, because I cleaned all the BS out of me. Not perfect, but now my son, Dad, you moving like, I go to your name, you ain't like this no more. Nah. That's why the city's seeing the man of transformation. The chief couldn't deny that the whole district after me. But I gotta get this black boy some money. Yeah, I know you mad, chief, but I ain't spending the money on me, I'm spending it on the young bucks. I know how to get money. I've been getting money before y'all gave me money. So this don't impress me. And I tell all the city officials, don't let your position stagnate you from doing a real job. Because each official only in there to move up either to mayor, to senator, to this person. So everybody from the Curtis Jones to Cretsy, they all know me. I done cussed everybody out. My activity funds went from 5,000 to 200. I said it's cool, but we still be inquisitive in some of their districts, feeding people, giving stuff quietly, and I do half of my stuff not even on camera. I don't even post half of the stuff I do. God ain't worried about that. What you doing, young? This is what I do. I post what I want to post on my social media team, post what they want to post. But at the end of the day, I'm not worrying about no likes. I got kidnapped before. I barely made it out this thing. So you think I'm worried about a like? I done seen people here get blew off, still traumatized. I done had to put my homie in the car and put my hand in him while he bleeding. So I done been on the deathbed dealing with Crohn's disease. Half of my stomach got took out. Doctor said you ain't ever lift weights. I mean, I just came from the gym. So once you got tubes in your mouth, everywhere up in your body, and you looking at the ceiling, ain't nobody can tell you nothing. You gotta be humble. I'm sitting up there with cancer patients, but I don't have it just to get chemo, so I don't get it. God, you humble, I love you. Amen. This person ringing the bell because she just beat cancer. Amen. So I'm seeing every fight, and I'm humbled so much around the board, nothing don't faze me. It don't move me, but God, I'm trying to impress him and Jesus. And I got Muslims in my family. I talk to them every day. My pop Muslim. And the only way I didn't take my shahada because he wasn't in my life like my grandma was. So I'm going to believe in what you telling me, and you wasn't even there every day. But I respect the discipline and anything you're doing. So at both worlds, I get to get with everybody. And I love everybody, because in the end of the day, there's only one God. The Quran making you better, and the Bible making you better, your Buddhism, whatever you're doing, and you connected, I'm with it. If you disconnect, I'm not with it. And I'm not even talking about their religion, I'm talking about the spirit. That's how I touch these kids, because when I come in, they see what I'm saying, and it's real. So take advantage of your opportunity, whatever y'all doing. Just know it's going to get better out here. I'm optimistic. I wake up every day happy. No matter if it's bad, rainy, pain, thank you, Jesus, we good, let's roll. Don't let this affect you out here. Get caught up in the worldly ways. My grandma always tell me, don't, you in the world, but I'm not of the world. That's what kept me right out here. Knowing the difference. So do y'all touch bases with me if y'all want me to come to wherever, talk to wherever. We do this nationwide right now, and I go all the way around the country. I mean, I really love my babies. And these are young boys, and I take the guns out the killer's hands and try to make them men. And then the young ladies that need help, we got ladies, because I can't tell everything to a young lady, so we got powerful young ladies in our organizations that can connect to these females. And if we can't help them in our organization, I send them to your organization. Your organization. And yours. And that's where the city, I'm going to end it with that, that's where we disconnect, because we got all the right people in this city, but even the organization is disconnected. That's right. Because this organization, I'm doing this, I'm doing that.
For the people in the game.
All they want money for this funding. So just stick together, keep doing it quietly, and know that God is good. Everything is happening, and we good. Y'all have a safe one to be blessed.
Thank y'all so much. Thank you so much, Shawn Banks. And make sure y'all.
Hey everyone, this is Liz. We are at the Empowerment Symposium presented by Real Recognized Real and the Learning Center Love Exquisite. I'm here with Shawn, Frogg. Yep. Okay, yeah. And we had a wonderful conversation on camera, and he's just going to tell you a little bit about himself, where to follow him at, and yeah.
Okay. I appreciate it. Keep doing an amazing job. Shawn Frogg Banks. My organization is called Phillywood 7. That's a nonprofit. I also have a company called Phillywood Entertainment, film production company, movie production company, and anything that have to do with entertainment. And we also do the school tours, stop around the tours in all the schools, not just in Philly, other different cities. So you can follow me at the Phillywood 7 on the gram. Philly, Philly-Wood, W-O-O-D, with the number 7. Phillywood is I'm from Philly. They work in Hollywood, so we put everything together. And just from there, you can find my organizations within the schools, anger management, conflict resolution, variation, trauma, tapestry skills, videos, model, act. You know, I got a whole entertainment company and then the Hollywood experience. So, but as far as connecting with me, my number is 267. It's follow me. You can call me or text me at 267-746-9555. It's frogg7@gmail.com. It's FROGG, the number 7@gmail.com. So when we mentors, we train people on urban mentor specialists. I mean, you gotta be a specialist, not just a mentor. We give backs, we do food drives, not just on holidays. We go all around the year. When interns in, we teach them, you know, how to navigate different companies, whether you want to get an entertainment field, or banking, finance, and financial technology, engineering, all those powerful future things that you might want to tap into. Or if you come in and you say you want to be a gamer, then we got people I can show you with the school districts on the gamers. They got a whole gaming facility down on Broad Street, all about, and some kids getting paid and connected with the kids in China, how they teach them how to be gamers. So it's a lot of things in this, but you gotta get your education. I want to get these kids, you're going through something trauma, hit me up. Other than that, you're going through anything, or you feel like you need some help and you can't talk to the police, the parents, we got that type of organization where we just drop everything and we got open ears. God gave me 2 ears and 1 mouth. And I use that more of listening to the streets and listen to the youth. Then we come in with our skills and we put it all together and then we figure out how we're going to get you.
I love that you meet them where they are and not try to set a standard that's always going to be impossible for them to begin with. All right, y'all heard it here. Follow Shawn Frogg, what he's doing for this community and for our youth.
And that's Phillywood 7. Oh, you can go download a documentary called Close to Death. You can go to gunroad.com and just download Close to Death documentary. Frogg 7 or Phillywood 7. You know, either way, Instagram page, Facebook, same thing. Appreciate Real to Real. Keep up on the great job. Appreciate everything.
Thank you.
What's up, y'all? It's your man Frogg again outside of Temple University. Student Center. Just flipped around that way. You can see it right there. We just came from the synopsis, empowerment synopsis. Real to Real, recognized real talk show. You gave me an award for speaking, which is cool. But no, I just love teaming up with other organizations that's doing the like work that I'm doing. It's just like helping these youth. So anything that I can do, I can be a part of, I'm with it, I'm there. So shout out to everybody that was in there. Shout out to everybody that was listening. Shout out to all the organizations. Phillywood 7. We're going to see y'all at the next event. You know what I mean? So it's good to go. It was one of them Jones. Philly talk. You know what I mean? So, but other than that, y'all be blessed, man. Any way y'all can help the student and youth, play y'all part. All right? Don't be quiet because you don't know if they suicidal, depressed. Kids going through a lot right now, man. You know what I mean? Situations, pressure on them. Just talk to them. That's all y'all gotta do, y'all. Just talk to them, open up. And that being your organization working. Peace.